Simplifying roots with variables is very similar to simplifying when you just have a number. So I'm going to do an example of something you already know, so we can kind of track it with what we don't know, and that's how to deal with the variable. So the square root of 4, we can rewrite this as the square root of 2 squared. Okay? And then we can rewrite that as the square root of 2 times the square root of 2. And we could rewrite that as the square root of 2 times 2. All of these things are equal. So you'll probably just pick one that you really like and go with that. But again, square root of 4 is just equal to 2. So now if we have a variable and say we have the square root of x squared, we can rewrite that as the square root of x times the square root of x, or the square root of x times x, and that is equal to x. So you can see how these things are tracking with each other. Okay? So now let's try another one where we have really a combination of these two. We have the square root of 4x squared. Okay, so 4 is 2 times 2, and those are our prime factors of 4. So we can rewrite this as the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 times the square root of x times the square root of x. And this is going to yield, let's see, we're going to combine all the pairs of numbers and variables, so we know what we can take out from underneath the radical. So now we get 2 times x, or just 2x. Okay? Eventually you'll be able to see this without going through all of this kind of thing, but it's good to understand how it happens. So let's do something a little more complicated. Let's do the square root of 48x cubed. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is find the primes. We're going to factor out 48. 48 is 6 times 8, and 6 is 2 times 3, and 8 is 2 times 4, and 4 is 2 times 2. Now again, this is just one way to factor these. I could have done 2 times 24 by just dividing 48 by 2, and then I can keep dividing by 2 until I'm out of even numbers, or 4 times 12. It doesn't matter, as long as you're going to always end up with the same roots no matter which one you do. So let's rewrite this now, and I'm going to put all these under one radical. 2 times 3 times 2 times 2 times 2, and then times x times x times x, because we have x cubed here. And now we can combine all of the pairs that we have here. So we've got a pair of 2's here, a pair of 2's here, and a pair of x's, and we are left with an x here and a 3 here. So now we can take out a 2, this 2, and then this 2, and this x, and then what stays under the radical is 3x, and 2 times 2 is 4, and then times x times radical 3x, and that is our answer. All right, let's do another one. Let's do the square root of 125 x to the 4th. Okay, 125 is just 5 times 25, and you may already see that 25 is a perfect square. We could just pull a 5 out from under the radical right away, but we're going to go ahead and put the factors down, just so we get the process down solid. So we've got 5 times 5 times 5 times x times x times x times x. All right, and now let's group every pair that we have. We have a pair of 5s, a pair of x's, and another pair of x's. And now we can take out the 5 times x, and that's this, this, and this. And then we're left under the radical, we have a 5. Let's multiply these together and we get 5x squared times the square root of 5. So that's it. Let's do one more just to make sure that we have it. Let's do 3 times the square root of 56 x to the, how about x to the 5th? Okay, so it combines a lot of things that we've done. So 56 is 7 times 8. 7's a prime number. 8 is 2 times 4. 2's a prime. And then we're left with 2 times 2 here. Both primes. So now we're going to rewrite this. Don't forget this 3 over here. I'm going to bring that over. And we're going to rewrite this as 7 times 2 times 2 times 2 and times x times x times x times x times x. Okay, and now let's group all of the pairs of numbers. There's 2 2's there, 2 x's and 2 x's. All right, and now let's bring down that 3 again, and then we're going to have a 2 and then an x and then another x. So that takes care of all of these. And then under the radical, we have a 7 times 2 times x. So let's multiply these together. 2 times 3 is 6. So we're going to have 6x squared times the square root of 2 times 7 is 14. 14x. And that is our answer. Okay, I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next one.